How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you a quick review of my Hamilton Khaki Pilot, the 46mm version, which is quite a large watch, but I just love the design of it and how easy it is to tell the time with it because it is slightly larger. So let's get into it. Let me talk about the dimensions really quick. So with this particular watch, I mentioned it's 46mm across. If you're looking at the side here, lug tip to lug tip, it's 53mm, but I love how these lugs just slightly drape down. They do hug your wrist quite well, actually. The thickness of this watch is only 12mm, so it's not too thick. And then the lug gap here for the band is 22mm, so it's a very nice band size. Now, I think the star of this watch is the dial and how it's designed. It's actually one of the best layouts I've seen on a watch thus far. And this is for a few reasons. Let's start with the hour and minute hands. You can see that they're partially skeletonized. And look on the hour hand, how it perfectly windows the inner hour track there. So you can see it's almost 1 o'clock. And the hour hand itself, it just, the skeletonized version just encapsulates the one so well. And to a similar extent, you have the the minute hand, which is partially skeletonized. And you can see that where it's skeletonized, you can just see the inside of the track, but it blocks out the inner hour marker, but points directly to the chapter ring there. So you get a very accurate reading on the time. And I also love this relatively simple arrow seconds hand, but the sweep of it is really nice. And with other Hamilton khakis I also own, you can see that it pretty much touches the very outer edge of the dial. So you can get a very good accurate reading on this. Notice that the applied markers are from, you get a triangle at the 12 o'clock position, and then you get readings from 5 to 55 all around. And then you have that inner circle with the actual hour markers. You can see at the 3 o'clock position, you also have a day and date wheel function, which is really nice. And then you can see it says Swiss made at the bottom of the 6 o'clock position there. But overall, this is super legible. It's a very nice flat sapphire crystal, you can see. Mostly flat, I think. I would like to mention, guys, that this watch does have decent loom on it. The loom is actually thickly applied on the hour and minute hand, and then it's just on the outside chapter ring. It's not actually on the applied indices, although those are pretty visible in low light conditions as well. I'll throw up a loom shot too, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And the reason I went with this one, Hamilton has another version, a 42mm version of the Khaki Pilot, but there's some differences. One is the layout of the date and day display. It's similar to how it looks on my Hamilton Khaki King, which I'll just show you guys really quickly so you can get a comparison. So you can see on my Hamilton Khaki King field watch, the day and date is actually at the 12 o'clock, which I actually really enjoy that. But on this black dial and with the way the dial for the Pilot watch is laid out, I actually kind of prefer the 3 o'clock position here. The other advantage it has over the 42mm version of this Pilot watch is that the crown itself is a screw-down crown, giving you a water resistance rating of 200 meters, which for a Pilot watch is amazing. So, it's very well constructed. You get, hard sapphire crystal, 316L stainless steel case, screw-down crown, and similar to the other khaki I have, you get this really nice display back with the Hamilton. I think this is their Hamilton H30 caliber movement here. But what you can see as well is you can actually see that the case back is screwed down with these 4 screws here positioned all around the sides. And you can actually see this caliber H30 is based off of an ETA 2836-2. It says it's sapphire crystal, Swiss made, of course. 20 atmospheres or 200 meters water resistant. And just a really nice, gorgeous case back. Really shows, I like how they kind of finished the rotor with the Hamilton etching. 25 joule movement right there. Really beautiful. I should mention too that this strap is an aftermarket strap. I think it really pops with this watch. It does come with a pretty nice leather band itself here. There you go. It's this is essentially the strap that it would come on. It's pretty nice actually. It's just a little stiff to work in, but you can see it's Hamilton 22 millimeter and it's handmade leather. And it's a kind of an interesting buckle too, because if you look at that and you look at the strap holes, you can kind of see it's got the 2-prong buckle there versus the one I have it on is more traditional 1-prong. So, I mean, the strap it comes on is pretty nice. I kind of like this one a lot. And let me give you a side-by-side comparison again. 46 millimeter Khaki Pilot watch, 40 millimeter Hamilton Khaki King field watch. So different flavors. I mean, both similar caliber, although I think this is an H40 caliber and H30. They both have like an insane power reserve, about 80 hours. Again, the field watch, it's a little more subdued with its size, but very elegant with that champagne dial. And if you're just going for pure looks and if you want accurate time telling at a quick glance, this is the watch to go with. Now let me throw it on my wrist and I'll show you guys how it wears on my 7¼ inch wrist. And there's a wrist shot, guys. You can see I think I can pull it off pretty well. I mean, you're definitely joining the big watch club if you're wearing this. I can say, even though it's 53 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, it does drape down a bit and it does hug your wrist fairly well. Although I gotta say, if you have less than a 7-inch wrist, you might have a difficult time wearing this. But for my size, it's perfect. Again, super legible. I think this one's a keeper, guys. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And maybe if anyone of you guys owns the 42 millimeter version, you can give me your thoughts on that as well. Alright guys, until next time.